This photo had a great influence when it appeared in Donald Bloxham's so-called The Great Game of Genocide. According to claims, this photograph was displayed in the so-called Genocide Museum in Yerevan, and it is a photograph of a Turkish official who was teasing the starving Armenian children. However, it did not take long before it was understood that the photo was fake. Jeremy Salt from Bill Kent University proved that the photo was a forged document created through photo montage. The copies of the book were destroyed, but the photo is still used on the internet as a document proving genocide allegations. The Armenians who advocated the so-called genocide went on to produce false documents when they could not base their genocide allegations on historical documents and facts. Why? Because the main goal of the international Armenian diaspora lobby is not to face the facts about 1915. It is about being a triggerman against Turkey in the interests of global political structures that they are a part of. Therefore, forgery of documents and being diplomatic triggermen are nothing new. It is a method that has been used for a long time. In the declining period of the Ottoman Empire, many Western states started to regard the protection of the non-Muslim minorities living within the borders of the Ottoman Empire as a means to partition the Ottoman Empire. While Russia was trying to protect the Orthodox Christians, France, England and Germany began to impose demands on the Ottoman Empire about the other non-Muslim elements. The breaking point for the Armenians was the Congress and the Treaty of Berlin, 1878. The Western states put an article in this treaty about the Armenians, who were the subjects of the Ottoman Empire at the time, and created a document that would serve as a basis for subsequent Armenian claims. In the process leading to the First World War, many minorities, particularly in the Balkan provinces, won their independence through Western support. Now the time came for the Armenians, who were living throughout Ottoman lands and using all the advantages of the state to prosper. To achieve this, it was necessary to create a public opinion in the West and among the Armenians. German pastor and Orientalist Johannes Lepsius was famous for a series of activities to influence the German public after he established ties with the Armenian organizations when he visited Turkey. Among the activities seeking to influence the relations between Turkey and Germany, which was in alliance with Turkey at the time, were the establishment of the German Armenian Society and the publication of a report on the situation of the Armenians. Lepsius first published a book called Call to Christian States in the late 1800s, aiming to attract the attention of the Western public to the Armenians. The report by Lepsius did not become popular in Germany at the time, and it was thought that the priest was aiming to disrupt Turkish-German relations. However, the Entente powers considered the fabricated documents of Lepsius important, and Lepsius left Germany after his report was banned from publication. It was later understood when the original documents were found and further studies were made that Lepsius altered words and paragraphs in various documents, tampered with them and covered up the actions of the Armenian gangs. The claims of Lepsius were criticised even during his lifetime, and they were refuted once again when the Armenians had revived them. Contemporary German journalist Hans Barth accused Lepsius of being anti-Turkist and ignoring the brutality of the Armenians. In 1918, the Federal Foreign Office of Germany asked Johannes Lepsius to prove that Germany had no involvement in the Armenian incidents by observing the correspondences of German diplomats who served within the Ottoman borders. Therefore, Johannes Lepsius accepted this on the condition of picking the documents himself. He handpicked 444 German diplomatic correspondences from all archived documents and falsified the documents by adding and removing information in an effort to display Germany as a country with no involvement in the Armenian incidents. Through falsification, the so-called genocide of the Turks replaced the original narrative of Armenian betrayal in those documents. The diplomatic documents that the German Parliament's decision in 2015 was based on were nothing but these documents falsified by Johannes Lepsius. The falsification of documents and the creation of false ones by the Armenians do not end with Lepsius. For example, it was proved by Shinasir Iral and Suraya Yücaz's work that the documents called Andonian documents, consisting of telegraphs which were alleged to contain the orders of various Turkish statesmen, including Talat Pasha, were forged. Although the original telegraphs have never been found, the versions fabricated by the Armenian lobby are still presented as evidence, even if they are far from being scientific. The so-called genocide lobby avoids finding the truth and facing the events of 1915. This is the reason why Armenian allegations are put forward in the political assemblies rather than the scientific ones. The so-called genocide claim, built on fake claims and political agendas parallel to the imposition of Sèvres, is condemned to be scientifically refuted. However, the so-called genocide industry does not hesitate to lie to both Armenians and the international community for political and financial interests.